Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. Got a heck of a story for you today. Sorry, can't give you a snap, got my hands full. Got the story, and I actually wanted to come to you from a hotel down in the Los Angeles area. Why? Well, because I'm going to Universal Studios with the family, but also I got a heck of a story for you. And the story is that Los Angeles hospitality workers react to a proposal that would require hotels to offer up vacant rooms to homeless people. Yeah, you heard me right. That is absolutely insanity, and I'm going to explain why and how that is going to, if it goes through, this proposal, how it is going to absolutely decimate the hotel industry down here in Los Angeles. Okay, now we've heard a lot of crazy stuff that's gone on down here before in California, but even though this is just a proposal, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of people, hey, it hasn't been voted on, it hasn't been put through yet, I want you to understand the mentality of people and where this is going, all right? Because every time something crazy like this gets proposed, eventually something crazy like this gets authorized, all right? So sort of thinking of it like that. It says right here, a recently proposed ordinance in Los Angeles would require hotels to open up vacant rooms to homeless people. Hotel workers spoke both for and against the proposal at a city council meeting. Let's set you guys up right here. Let's get this thing all set up real nice before the hotel asks me to leave. All right, we're close. All right, stand by. Now think about this, guys. We're in a time in our country's history, and I know California's nuts. Don't get me wrong, I completely agree. But this kind of stuff is absolutely insanity, all right? It says hotel workers spoke both for and against the proposal at a city council meeting on Friday. The ordinance will appear in Los Angeles voters' ballots in 2024, the council decided. Hotel workers, some of whom themselves have experienced homelessness in recent years, shared their input Friday on a controversial ordinance that would require Los Angeles hotels to rent vacant rooms to homeless people through a voucher program. So obviously this voucher program means that they'd be compensated in some way. I'm sure they wouldn't be compensated in the normal amount that they would charge people like us to stay at hotels, right? I think just to give you an idea, where am I staying? This Sheraton right here down in Universal, it's actually a really nice hotel. Literally like a 1-minute walk to Universal Studios. Really nice, had a good time with my family. Really like this hotel. I paid $380 for the night at this hotel, okay? It said the proposed initiative titled the Responsible Hotel Ordinance. It's your responsibility to house the homeless, right? Is backed by the Hospitality Worker Union here, Local 11, and will appear on Los Angeles voters' ballots in 2024, the Los Angeles Times reported. Now, let me go down to here, right here, to a story of a gentleman that was homeless. Thomas Franklin, a night auditor at the Beverly Hills Marriott in West Los Angeles, said he himself was homeless 10 years ago and described a chaotic experience living in a transitional housing program that had 24-hour security staff on hand. He said, with all the drugs, all the fighting, we did not have the support in order to make it a successful program there, he told council members on Friday. Without having clearly defined support from policing, and mental services, there's no way that I think that this could be something that we should be able to do. Now think about this. Let's just pull apart let's just extract some logic from this, right? Oh wait, hold on, there's no logic in this. But let's think about logically what's gonna happen. If this goes through, would you stay at a hotel like this, the Sheraton Universal, pay over $300 a night when you know that all of the vacant rooms are being held or are being there for the homeless people, unstable people, the people that are down the street screaming and yelling at you, right? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's getting rough down here. It's wild. Are you gonna pay that full price knowing that there's somebody screaming and yelling down the hallway now in the middle of the night? There have been cases where homeless people have been in San Francisco, been allowed to stay, and the horror scenes of inside of what, like, I don't even want to say on this channel, but horrible things have been done to those rooms, right? And the hotels are like, what are we going to do? Like, we can't pay for this. And then the city's going to be forced to pay for the hotel rooms being destroyed and things like that, and the loss of revenue from people like yourselves going, I'm not staying at that hotel. Think about this. And it sounds crazy because I know this is one of those stories you're like, there's no way this is going to get passed. The citizens of Los Angeles are not going to pass this. But I'm going to tell you what, eventually what happens is these things keep getting put on ballots, or they get hidden inside of other packages. You guys know how that works, right? And then it gets voted in, and then it's just like this little bit, and then it's there. And we are literally documenting not only the collapse of the US economy and world economies, but you're watching California do it to themselves super, super fast. And when a lot of people say, well, good, I don't live in California, it doesn't mean anything to me. You're talking about, like, I think the 8th largest economy on earth. Yeah, it does affect you, right? As California falls, so does the nation. As the nation falls, so does the world. That's how the Great Recession happened. You know, when the U.S. went into that massive recession, the ripples in the economy sent out a recession into the entire world, all right? And so as we're documenting this, I think it's very important to watch all the craziness that happens in California, because especially when they get away with certain things, guess what? And this is what's sad, and this is what I can't stand. You know, California and New York lost a lot of people, and there are a lot of good people in California. As a matter of fact, I want to say this too. My largest subscriber base in the nation is from California. And I've met you guys, and I know how amazing you are. I mean, quite frankly, anyone that's going to be subscribed to this channel has got to be pretty level in logic, right? It's not about fluff and anything fancy, right, on this channel. I mean, let's call it out, all right? Thank you. I appreciate you, right? So California has literally, I believe, 80% good people. Problem is the 20% that are crazy, they're shooting out all over the country, and they're doing all kinds of stupid crap. It's like a virus, and we got to deal with that virus. How do you deal with that virus? Well, you get involved. You get involved. We start the good people that just want to be left alone, just didn't want to cause any ripples. They just want to live a good life, raise their children, raise a good family, and leave a legacy. Well, guess what? We now have, it's like a call to arms. We have to stand up and start to put ourselves into positions of authority and leadership and start to speak logic over this country. That is how we solve this problem. And I hope that most of you stuck around to the end of this story. Now, I'm going to link this story below because I think it's very important to read. It's going to sound absolutely crazy to you, but it is happening. These things are being voted on right now. Well, actually, this one will be voted on in 2024. But the point is it literally just took up the time for the city council to put it on the ballot. All right, guys? I thank you so much for watching. I am so sincere when I say that I believe that 80% of Californians are solid human beings. It's those 20%. And it's the same thing throughout the United States. We need to now rise up and start to take care, heal our country from the people that were, you know, screaming, yelling, the Karens of this world that were jumping around, and we have our men version too. It's now time for us to stand up and go, all right, guys, it's enough craziness. We're going to start getting back to good, logical thinking. We're going to love each other. We're going to take care of each other, and we're not going to have any of this craziness around. Because think about it, guys. At this point with the homeless, everything you give them, hey, you get a cell phone. Hey, you get your food paid for. Hey, it's called "Don't Feed the Bears." Those signs are out there for a reason. Why? Because the bears will stick around. They won't leave. And now it's like, hey, give them free housing. This is getting insane, guys. All right, guys, that being said, we need to give people a good reason to stand on their own 2 feet and you know, take care of themselves and take care of others. And we're not doing that. We need to get back to that. All right, guys, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.